I'm going to present you the key features of Townscape, mentioning the concepts of the urban designer Gordon Cullen and his concise Townscape book. The road of our journey starts with walking along on High Street, continuing on Queen Street, then turning right on New Inn Hall Street, again right on George Street, and following the continuation on Broad Street, then sneaking through the Bodleian Library, going on the Radcliffe Camera, and then on Cat Street, finishing again on High Street. With its curved shape, High Street makes people simply go along, wondering what is there. We're here and we want to go there. Where? What is there? Something can be seen from here. What is it? Let's go and see. As we go on further, we start to get wider idea of what is it. The vertical appearance of the spire of the tower leaves a mark on our screen vista, but still is far and looks like there is something more. This creates mystery and anticipation to see more. The width of the street suggests it is made for many people to pass, therefore there should be something important to happen next. Mixed-use buildings with commercial and residential part can be seen, and also a mixture of old and new architectural styles with the different materials used such as brick and limestone. They are public places which stimulate people to use the street such as benches. However, there are a lot of private spaces that can be seen only from the public here. When we reach our destination, we see that there is more to happen beyond. The building in front gives us the clue that the street following is welcoming and has something to show. Queen Street follows the curve of High Street, but this time turning right. It again leads us to somewhere there. The mixed residential and commercial use buildings, the feeling of the street is safety because all of the active edges face it. Here we mention the factor of shared space, people walking right on the street with the vehicles. Then we turn right on New Inn Hall Street. As we turn, we see a spire in the sky again, and drawn by it, we go closer on the narrow street. On this street, there is a mixture of residential and public use buildings. This tree is a truncation for us to see the full beauty of the building hidden behind. However, even on narrower streets, there is a big amount of private space. The first feeling when we turn right to George Street is liveliness. Residential and commercial buildings all facing the street, lots of windows, fluctuation, details in the buildings and the street furniture. Even the lady is in a hurry. As we walk on and on, we see a new vision coming in front of us, with the building on the right telling us to go further. As we walk on, we reach. As the name suggests, the street is much wider than the 5-meter wide George Street. We see the compilation of old and new architectural styles. When we enter the street, we feel very small, and as we're getting further, we feel like falling in old Oxford. On the background of the old limestone buildings, a green spire rises. We now start to think, what is it, and simply go and see. There it is. Going through the small arch, we follow the circle shape of the building, and it leads us to an open, widespread space. But we need to know more. We are anticipated to know more, and suddenly we mention a small hole in the wall and walk through and go in the inner square of Bodleian Library. But now mentioning something else, another hole. By this playing of illumination and dynamic movements, the role of walking emphasizes on the places. Revelation also puts effort into the spots we see after entering the arches. And again we walk on, and what a beautiful monument! Radcliffe's camera stands right in the middle of Radcliffe Square, and with the vertical orientation represents the place, and even it's the main symbol of the town of Oxford. There is again public and private space, and when we turn left, the surrounding buildings welcome us with the deflective views. Continue walking onto the other street. Here we see something familiar, which reminds us that we're close to something where we have been before. Why not continue walking? It looks like a mysterious, tiny street. This is a feeling of intimacy on this street. And here we are, again on High Street, where our journey started and where it will stop now. Sense the new and old spirit of the town, of the dreaming spires, and make clear the key townscape features which will be applied later in the final project.